as well. All right, how is everyone this morning? One more try. How is everybody doing this morning? Okay, that's better. All right, welcome. My name is Lauren Finnegan. I'm one of your city coordinators, along with Christy. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're here every Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. A little bit of background information on 1 Million Cups, educational program produced by the Kauffman Foundation to educate, engage, connect local entrepreneurs while helping build startups on a grassroots level. Normally we have 2 to 3 presenters. Today we'll only have 1. So a 6-minute pitch and then a 15-minute Q&A. And then we also invite you to provide feedback, any questions you may have. If you do have a question, we ask that you please raise your hand up high, and then we will have the microphone be running around. That way the video captures it for our YouTube channel. So also we're very active on social media, so if you are on Twitter, please follow us and then use that hashtag #1MCDAO, and then we'll be checking it, always retweeting, writing back, but we'd love to see you active on there as well. We do have a big board out front by the elevators, and we invite you to also write down your events that you have. That way we share it with the community. And then just a really big thank you to our vendors, Kurtu, for always providing delicious treats. So big thank you. And then Shade Tree Coffee Roasters for always keeping us caffeinated, because that's very important in the startup world. So a big, warm welcome. We have our first presenter today, John from Workforce Alpha. So everyone, please stand up, give him a big warm welcome and round of applause. We'll get started.
Hi everybody, can you hear me? All right, good morning. My name is John and I'm the founder of Workforce Alpha. We make technologies to help companies improve labor productivity. Before I started this company, I was a management consultant, and I spent a lot of time at places like mines, oil refineries, and manufacturing sites, helping companies improve their frontline operations. To do this, we need to know our starting point, and we need to know some facts. So one of the questions I asked all of my clients was, how productive are your people? The answers I typically got back were in one of 2 buckets. First was either a large, rangy, outdated number that really wasn't helpful at all, or the second was a blank stare. So there's not much that we could do with either of these types of responses. Thus, improvement was a journey, it was typically a difficult one. The problem here is large industrial companies typically spend their money on 3 things: people, machines, and material. For machines and material, they also invest heavily in technologies and software that help them ensure they're getting maximum productivity and performance from those resources down to the second. However, there is no analog for this style of data-driven management on the labor productivity side. So when companies go about trying to improve their operations in labor productivity and with their people, they're usually guided by guesses, hunches, anecdotal evidence, which also means not much improvement actually happens. As an example, a typical maintenance function in a large industrial environment like this, so imagine maintenance professionals at an oil refinery, typically spend 25 to 35% of their time actually adding value to the business. So this means at a machine, fixing it. The rest of their time is spent doing things like paperwork, getting parts and materials from warehouses, moving between locations, or taking breaks. This is a fact and a metric that most managers are either unaware of or too embarrassed to confront, but it's real and it's very expensive. Workforce Alpha is trying to take this great unknown of labor productivity and turn it into a known. In other words, we're taking labor productivity, something that is mysterious and scary and kind of murky, something no one wants to come in and confront every workday, and turn it into a very clear, transparent metric that can be tracked, managed, and improved just like any other performance measure in a large company today. And we are doing so without any privacy-invading, intrusive, or difficult to use tools that have been a downfall of other efforts to address this issue in the past. So, how does it work? It's very easy, actually. At our customers, their frontline workers pick up one of their devices when they start their day. It's either a smartphone or a wearable. We provide both. And they go about their work as normal. That's it. There's no manual data entry. There's no change in behavior. There's nothing that's required of the worker outside of carry our device as they go about their jobs as normal. We take the data from those devices in real time, run some analytics on it, and turn it into measures and metrics that can be tracked, managed, and improved, just like any other key performance indicator or statistic that a business uses in their operation and execution daily. There's something in this for everyone. We try to address all the stakeholders to make sure that they see the value in this and they get benefit from it. So, for the frontline worker, they get what we call the game film. This is the ability to go back and review prior performance to understand where they can improve, where they can do better. They also get privacy controls to ensure that they're comfortable with the level of information on their performance that is shared with their managers and their peers. Because one of our beliefs is we believe in improvement, not being Big Brother. For frontline supervisors, we provide holistic performance measures so they can know how the company is trending as a whole, as well as targeted insights to know where they can act and intervene to draw improvement and find opportunity. For business managers, we provide inputs for budgeting, forecasting, and long-term planning. And then for the company as a whole, they not only get lower costs, higher output, but they also get a culture of accountability, transparency, and improvement that is so important to a high-performing organization. We are trying to take our customers from that picture of average performance that I showed you earlier of 25 to 35% productivity and take them to world class. The intelligence and information that is provided by Workforce Alpha is a critical part of that journey. So we like to think of what we're doing as the Moneyball of the industrial workforce. Like Moneyball, we're bringing advanced analytics and metrics into a management style that is old and outdated, and trying to drive fact-based decision-making. The companies that embrace us will achieve superior performance, and the companies that don't will be left behind. But unlike Moneyball, we're playing in a ballpark 1,000 times the size of Major League Baseball. We're not addressing the 800 Major League Baseball players. We're addressing the 60 million blue-collar workers in the United States who were collectively paid $3 trillion last year. We're currently conducting pilots with our partner companies and looking to expand our user base. And so the help we want from the Dallas startup community is to build and grow our marketing capability. So if this is a strength of yours or you know someone who has this, we'd love to talk to you. Or if you know companies that have large workforces, are looking to improve and looking to embrace fact-based management and decision-making, we'd love to talk to them too. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna open up for questions. Just raise your hand.
What kind of productivity increase have you seen in the pilot program so far?
So far, we're early in that, so not much. And it's a new thing. So our customers have to learn what this is. They're learning how to use and manage it well. So far, we haven't seen the improvement, but we're only about 2 weeks into it, so it's early.
Can you give us some example of things that you measure, what kind of metrics you take?
Yeah, so like I said before, some of the ways that people use their time is getting materials from a warehouse, or moving between a warehouse and a work site, or spending time in a break room. So one of the things that we look at, one of the key sub-metrics is how much time do they spend in between locations, bouncing back and forth. This is the kind of thing where we see a lot of loss in productivity because people don't really realize how big of a drain that can be over the course of the day. If I spend 45 seconds going to my toolbox, getting something and going back, that doesn't feel like a lot. But if I do that 15, 20 times over the course of a 10-hour shift, that actually adds up. And that's percentage points that you can add that have value for the business.
So you said that everybody has a wearable technology that they wear
Yes.
so that you look at them. What is that? And then the second part of that question is, so each separate location has some type of Google geomap of knowing this is where his office is, this is where the shed is to go back and forth. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, so again, we offer 2 forms. The first is a smartphone. I just have on you right now, running our software. And We use a smartphone partially because there's also some advanced features that we're building and designing that will go beyond just the tracking metrics and performance, so we're going to use the ability there. But then the wearable is just going to be a Fitbit. We're in development on that right now. To your second question about how we actually know where people are moving inside, that's part of our secret sauce. So we're using some technologies. We're not really inventing anything new. It's all tried and true, but we're applying it in new, novel ways to achieve that insight and that understanding.
So you get the secret sauce is, you know, the locations of the sheds? Or-
Yeah, basically. So there's a little bit of setup and configuration. This isn't
Yeah,
just
I mean-
like download the app from the App Store and run it. So we do have to do some configuration.
Sure.
But that's a one-time thing, and that can be done in a couple hours, tops.
So as a follow-on, how does what you're doing then integrate maybe Lean Six Sigma thinking or project management that companies might have set up, or even timekeeping systems?
Yeah, so my background is lean. It is lean operation. I preach the gospel of that. So this feeds perfectly into that because Lean Six Sigma is data-driven. Lean Six Sigma is showing me the facts. Right now, there are no facts on this. We are filling that gap. So if you're a black belt, then this should be right up your alley because we're going to give you the kind of data on people that right now you can get on a furnace or a press or a pump. Okay.
Are you setting the baseline in productivity, or is it, do you have to go in and analyze per business, or are they setting the baseline in their goal?
Yeah, part of what we're going to do is do a baselining exercise with our new customers to understand what their starting point is. But something else that we are able to provide is benchmarks. So as we build this understanding of what productivity levels are by function, by industry, by company size, we'll be able to tell our customers, this is what peer companies in your group or people with a similar job function are doing.
What kind of testing have you done on your dashboard and your analytics? Because thinking that anyone that you're going into, any office that you're going into, if they get that data, are they going to know what to do with it? Because if they had that before, or if they could get that before, wouldn't they have done something already?
Yeah, and that's going to be a continually evolving part of our service. So we have a starting point on dashboards, and we're going to customize those based on the type of function or the type of industry that they're in. But we're going to be continually having conversations with our customers to be sure that they're getting the information that they want and they need. We have the ability to customize that. So if a company says we really like to see information presented this way, that way, we're going to be able to cater to that.
Have you had a chance to talk to any of the workers that are being measured yet, just to see how they feel about it?
Yeah,
Manage
so
data?
I've heard they fall on two ends of the spectrum. Obviously, people are skeptical about it. They feel it's Big Brother. They feel it's their manager wants to know when they go to the bathroom. And I understand that, partially because it's hard for them to see and imagine the benefit of this before they've actually seen it. That's why if I go back to the slide that has what's in it for what's in it for everybody. So we want to give the frontline workers the knowledge and the understanding of how this can be improved. Again, I liken it to a football team that watches game film day after a game so they can improve. If they're still not comfortable with that and they're not comfortable with the transparency that a high-performing organization needs, we're also giving them the option of privacy controls so they can limit how much people are seeing on this. So that's responding to the person who's skeptical and not sure about this. I have also had conversations with people who will say, this is great, I work hard, I do good work, I want to be sure that that is recognized. And so that's terrific. That's the person we really want to work with. Understand they're rare, but if we can help them feel better, that's fantastic. One of the things that I also thought about, or we thought about as we're building the company, is not only helping the operational improvements of the company with metrics, but also these people want to go home at the end of the day knowing they did a good job, taking pride in what they do, and knowing that they can improve, knowing that they can be at max performance, and knowing that they're doing this in a way that's verifiable is also a part of our mission. So they can know they did everything they could do that day to add value for their company.
Any more questions, suggestions?
tracking people inside of metal buildings?
Yeah, so good question, and that was one of the things we had solved early on. Again, there's a technology that's nothing new, nothing that we've invented, but we're using some existing technologies to be able to do that. Wi-Fi, something like that, yeah. But the output of that is we can understand where you're sitting down to if you're on that couch or that couch. That's the level of precision we can do.
Last question.
What's the price per unit to track your employees? However you want to measure that.
Yeah, so after implementation costs, we're charging a license of $100 per worker per month. So for everyone carrying it around, it's a software as a service licensing model. We targeted that price point and we picked that because we're targeting a 10x ROI for our customers in their first year. So if you have a maintenance technician who's a highly skilled, highly trained person, and you're paying them fully loaded $50,000 a year, which is probably actually on the low end, then if you get a 10% improvement in productivity, so if you just take them from 25% to 35%, then you're going to get $5,000 in benefit from that person in 1 year. And if we're charging you $100 per month on our list price, and that's our top end of the line service with all the bells and whistles added, then that's a 5x ROI. But we can cater, strip down, and change the package and the bundle to figure out what's right for you. That's a $50,000 price. If you're paying them $75, which is actually closer to the companies that we've talked to, then it really pays off quickly.
And are you only tracking people, or do you track equipment like a forklift or a backhoe?
Right now, that's equipment and assets are an area that's actually been pretty well explored and exploited. And so right now, we're focusing on the people. We are having conversations with companies that want to take this same style of precision analytics to some of their mobile equipment. And so we are thinking about that. But right now, people and frontline workers are our priority.
Can you please reiterate or restate what the community can do for you?
Yeah. So, like I said, we're currently doing our pilot testing, and we're looking to grow our user base. And so we want to be able to reach those companies who this could help. And that means building our marketing capability and our marketing function. I don't have a marketing background. My partner, Avi, does not have a marketing background, so we're kind of making it up as we go. We could use help in this way. So if you have a capability or a strength in B2B marketing, we'd love to talk to you, or if you know somebody who can do that as well, then we'd love to build that network of advisors and people who we can work with. Or if you know anybody at a company that could use this, we'd love to talk to them as well.
All right, another round of applause. Cool, and just to close it out, we will have the video ready as well as the newsletter on Monday. So please subscribe to our newsletter and our YouTube channel through our Facebook page. It's just /1MCDAO. And then next Wednesday the 3rd, the deck is going to be having a relaunch party. It's just a party, so that's really fun. You don't have to come expecting to do any heavy thinking. But that'll be at 6:30, so you can sign up through their Facebook. They have an Eventbrite link. And then also email us anytime, dallas@1millioncups.com, and we would love to talk to you about sponsorship opportunities. If you want to apply to speak and present here, we normally try to have 2 to 3 presenters. Unfortunately, one canceled last minute last night, but normally we have it always booked up. We have a lot of good openings in a couple of months, and we'd love to have you up here. So if you have not been to this space before, the lovely staff of the deck would love to give you a free tour. So just find one of them, raise their hands. Brittany and Emmanuel should be here. But they'd love to give you a tour of this awesome co-working space. Another big thank you to them for always hosting us and being a wonderful venue. But that's it for today. And if you have any questions, please find Christy or me. And we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.